Now, with the tire removed, we will be taking off the caliper assembly, the caliper brakes, brake caliper assembly. We'll be taking the whole caliper assembly off from the bracket. And you got 18 millimeter here, 18 millimeter here, and 18 millimeter at the bottom. Point out a couple things to you that's going to help you out along the way. This brake line secure bracket, you're going to remove that so that you can move your brake line freely. Like I said, you want to remove this brake hose. Take a screwdriver or something, press it in to get it started. It's kind of difficult with one hand. There you go. Okay. Got that out the way. Brake line is free. Like I said, you got 18 there. And come up top, you have an 18 there. You take those out, you remove the brake caliper in its entirety. But before you do that, you want to take your time, give you some space. You want to open up your caliper. I normally put a screwdriver or something through here and pull it back on it. Push the caliper back. That way you can move things around freely once you get your those two 18 millimeter bolts for the bracket. Get the bracket out of there. Okay, y'all, now we're gonna take the 18 and put it on the back of this one. And there's the caliper bolt. Caliper bolt. It's the bracket, caliper bracket. And we got one more at the bottom. Here. And that's gonna be the bottom bolt. We'll take that out, get a hanger. We'll take it out and get a hanger. All right, with the bracket being gone, I got it hanging over here out the way on a hanger so that it don't be in your way while you're working. And that'll allow us enough room to get this rotor off. Okay, now with your rotor out the way, you got access to your speed sensor. It's speed sensor screw right here. You want to get that out. Now you want to remove your middle nut, 36 millimeter.
This how you put it. Right.
Okay. You can lightly tap on it to make it free, or you can put your nut back on it. We will be using an 18 millimeter open end wrench for the top ball joint nut. We're gonna drop down to a 24 millimeter for the lower ball joint nut. And just up under there, you're gonna have retaining rings in here you got to take out, and a ring also at the top that you got to take out. We'll get to that in a minute. Or ball joint bolt. Trying to get you a good shot. Now he's loose, but I'm gonna leave it on so that I can still maintain control of it after everything else is loose. I'll still be able to maintain control. It won't just fall out on me. So now we go down to the bottom. We'll be using the 24. I ain't got enough room for the gun. All right, and we'll be doing the lower one with the 24. Okay, now with our spindle out, ball joint. See, he's good. He's done. No good. You're gonna use your ballpoint press kit and rent these at your local auto parts store. You're gonna find the right couplings to go on here, the right size, everything to go on here. And then you're gonna use this to press your joint out. So give me 1 second and we'll get to that. All right, now that you got your press set into place, the bottom piece here is going to be pushing your ball joint up into this coupling. Whatever your method is of turning it, I'm going to use a ratchet and a breaker pole, put it on top of here, and we're going to turn it. So it's going to end up being a 23 millimeter for this, and a 1/2 inch drive ratchet. I'm gonna get turning on this, and then I'll get you back. Okay, we've given it a few turns, and if you look under the bottom, you can see where the ball joint is being pressed up into the sleeve. It's going up into the sleeve. You have to keep pressing. Normally, sometimes I use the impact on top, but I don't have enough room. But yeah, you just keep turning. It'll come out. Got your coupling with the center hole, the other coupling, and your receiver. And you just turn, you keep turning it, and you'll watch it go in, and ball joint to come out. Okay, ball joint is it's loose, it's out. You just loosen up the ratchet, take it in reverse order. To take this thing off. It'll just fall off. Just turn it. And for you. Now what you want to look for when you're changing out these ball joints, this is the old one. Now you see how it's made, how it's got the lip here. It has it on both sides. Now what that lip is, that's for your pivot when you're turning right and left. It helps you pivot better. Gives you better steering. Your steering is not so restricted. Okay? Aftermarkets, if you don't get the exact same kind, you look for the oval shape in the middle. See here? That'll give you that pivot that you're looking for out of their manufactured specs. You see how it's oval shaped? That'll give you that pivot. That's what you're looking for. And that's what we'll be going back in with. Okay, now we're repeating the same process. The new one is going in. Make sure you got the right coupling to push it. Make sure you got a wide enough cup under the bottom to receive it. Try to get it as straight as you can. Your ball joint to go in even as possible. Even if you do get a little crooked, you can do a couple whacks to the side, and it'll help straighten it back out. All right, we'll get ready to go back to the bottom in a minute. But this is how you change the top ball joint. Okay, finished product. Ball joint is in. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the ring. The ring goes up under the bottom here. And we'll do that by way of pinching. Okay, see how they made up? They open up and expand. And put that up around the ring. I'm gonna need 2 hands, so. But just to show you where I'm at with it, so you just gotta take another hand and maneuver it all on together. And make sure it's seated properly. That's how you have to do that. Okay, and that's how it looks when you're done with it. right. Then we're gonna put your rubber boot on here and lock that on. But before we do that, I'm gonna pack it with grease. I'm gonna pack it with grease and then I'm gonna put it up there. That's how that go. There you go, finished product. It's greasy. More grease the better. I ain't tripping. Now we'll get ready to get started on the bottom. Stay tuned. Okay, we'll be putting this ring on here. Compress it. I'm working with 2 hands. Sorry about the camera work. Wiggle it down and then make it seat. Okay, it's seated. Now the ring is in. Ball joint complete. Now we can start putting everything back together for a finished product. Straight through. And you can come to the other side if you want and bend it down. Get a small pair of pliers. And I'll go ahead and bend it down. And just put a little slight bend to it, just so it won't bag off on you. And that's it for the top one. Same thing for the bottom.